in my soul, and another feeling that I've just gotta go. I can hear them calling, but cries are
So
in
this
my
is the continuation of the last video we just took. So I'm telling you the story about what happened to me in Miami, Florida. Anyway, so this girl, we become friends after that. She was one of my very good friends, and she was into organic health. So she would prepare nice, beautiful food, and she would like to share with me as well. And so she helped me to stop eating junk food. Actually, I was eating some junk food in those days, but now because of her, and I stopped eating junk food. You know? So I'm waiting for her, and she was coming with her vehicle. She was driving, and she came about 45 minutes later. You know, so she wasn't on time, but I waited. And then when she arrived, you know, I get inside the car, and she was screaming at me. Actually, she was kind of yelling. She was a bit upset because apparently, according to her, I gave the direction wrong. I gave the wrong directions, but I don't think they were wrong in my mind. I thought maybe she just misunderstood the thing, but I didn't say anything to her. I was just to let her blow off steam, you know, because I knew she was upset, so I didn't say nothing. And then when she was finished talking with me, I said to her, I'm so glad that you could make it, you know, and it's been a while since I saw you. I missed you a lot, you know. You've been such a good friend to me, you know, and it makes me so happy just to be with you now. And she looked at me and she said, Joseph, I'm so ashamed. How could I speak to you this way, you know? Just please forgive me. I said, of course, you know, it doesn't matter. It's finished, it's over. Now you're okay, you know? So, but you see, I was so shocked to myself because I remember times when my ex-wife, that I was with her like for 23 years, I told you that. When she made a mistake, she would yell at me. I would yell back to her 10 times, 50 times more than what she had yelled at me with, you know. And I would continue and continue for hours. It's like I wouldn't stop. It's like I was so full of anger because how dare she speak to me this way, you know. It's like my pride was so huge that I could not accept that somebody would do this to me, right? And then she would cry, you know. And she said, please, please stop. I cannot handle it anymore. And then when I would see her crying, I would stop. But see, this was the kind of person I used to be. Right? Horrible, horrible. And now, see, I didn't do this with this friend. And look, everything was just so smooth and so beautiful, you know. So, and I wish I had known this before, you know, to be this kind of person, so I would avoid so many troubles, you see. Just to let you know the way I could not understand women before, not the way I do now. I give you some examples, like why my wife left me, because he thought, you know, so, what did I do, you know? I mean, to be honest, it's like I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, you know, I don't fool around with other women. You know, when I was married, I was really with her. And, you know, I don't gamble, you know, I have no any of those destructive behavior. But you say, what was your problem then, you know? I mean, what did you do to your wife for her to leave you? And it wasn't just one thing I was doing. It was just like a pattern of bad behavior. For example, I would just go out the whole day with my friend, and we would go maybe fishing, you know, and so we spend a lot of good time just in the forest, in the lakes, fishing and everything. So then I would come home and I would see the house being like a mess. I said, wow, what do you do the whole day? I was complaining. I would say, I mean, look at the house. How could the house be such a mess? And then, you know, she would had done like supper for me. So I would try to dinner. I said, what kind of food is this? It's like, what did you learn to cook? You know, it's like, I mean, do you call this like a meal? This, I can hardly eat it, you know. And I would just push it away and make a different kind of food for myself. And then, you know, she would put the kids in bed to sleep, and I would say, would you like to watch a movie? You know, let's watch a movie together maybe, right? So we're watching a movie, and I said, what movie would you like to watch? She said, oh, I would like to watch this comedy, you know, this romance movie. And I would say, oh, but that's stupid, you know. Why you want to watch a comedy like that, you know? Let's watch something different. And so we put like an action movie, you know, something aggressive and, you know, an action drama thing. So, you see, but now I'm thinking about all the things I was doing that I thought to be normal. I mean, you know, at least for me it was normal. Maybe also for some other people it's normal, you know, to behave this way. But when you think about it, this is not normal. This is like being crazy, or it's like insanity to behave this way, right? And yet so many people think it's normal, you know, because, you see, I come home, yes, the house is a mess, but she was homeschooling the kids. They were small kids, and she was just teaching school. So, of course, she didn't have time to clean. Okay, maybe making food wasn't her best quality, you know, but she was a good mother, you know. She always spent time with the kids, you know. So, and so what if the food is not that? I can still eat it, I can still enjoy the food, you know. And, you know, and if you're watching a movie, you know, why do I have to watch always what I like? Why can't I watch sometimes what she likes, you see? So, a very selfish behavior in my part. You know? So, and, you know, the fact that she's taking care of my physical needs, that's amazing, you know. After everything I'd done to her, like treating her so badly, you know, criticizing, blaming, and still she's giving me love. Look how beautiful this woman is, really. It's like, I can't believe it. I hope she can see this video, because I don't know if she knows how sorry. I'm so sorry. Very sorry. I cannot take back, but I hurt her so much. I really hurt her. And, you know, it's like there is a story about this boy. He said that every time he did something bad, his father would put a nail on the wood, you know. And so every time he did something really, you know, not so good, he would put a nail in this post, you know. And then he told that every time he would do something good, he would remove the nail of the wall. And, you know, he had all these nails. And then finally, you know, he realized that he didn't want to hurt his father anymore. So he was doing all the good stuff. And so one by one, he was pulling the nails out. And then at the end, he was so happy there was no more nails. So he go to his father and said, look, Dad, all the nails is all gone. They're all out now, you see? And the father said, yes, of course, the nails are gone, but the scar, it remains in the thing. So that's what happened with, you know, with people when we hurt them. Yes, you know, we're sorry, and you know, we apologize, but the hurt is there, the scar is there, and there is nothing to remove the scar. You know, so, but, you know, we all have done something like that to each other. So, You know, she had done things to me, of course, and I done to her. But so anyway, we have to deal with the scars, you know. So and the thing for her is that she hasn't been able to heal from those scars, you know. So and that's what I feel a lot of compassion. I hope that she can manage to forgive me and heal from those scars, you know, just like I have, you know. You see, even though she has never apologized towards me for the things she has done, I realized I had to forgive her anyway, you know. So because that was what I had felt, you know. If I want to learn and move forward, I need to forgive people. So, but some people have more difficult time doing that, you know, to forgive. So, and so, yeah, I mean, even now, you know, sometimes I call her, I try to be nice to her and help if I can, if she wants my help, of course. So it's been a little bit hard for her to even see me, you know. She tried to avoid me in many ways, and it's not nice for her, of course, because we still have children that, you know, sometimes the kids wanted to see me, but then because she's coming, so my daughter, it doesn't invite me to see her because she's coming too, you know. Maybe it's for her birthday, you know, or Christmas or something special, and I cannot go because she's there, and she doesn't want to be around me. But you know, sometimes she wants to see me because maybe I have a truck, and sometimes she has to move things, so she calls me because I have the truck, so she has no choice, and I just come and help her. So, but who knows, you know. Now it's been 15 years. Maybe in another few years, maybe she will forgive me more. But you see how things happen in life. It's like, you know, you make one decision in life, and you can regret it for whole your life. You make a good decision, and you're going to be grateful for the rest of your life. So everything we do, it really counts, you know. So sometimes you think, well, our choices are not important. You know, you can do whatever you want, but it's not so simple. You know. Every choice you make, it will bring you something else in the future. So, and that's what is happened with me. It's like, you see, if I had remained angry with my wife because she left me, and I would have harbored the hatred inside of me, so it would have brought me more evil in life, you know. And pretty much that anger and hatred, it will complicate your life, and so. But I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. In fact, it was just the moment when I decided that I would forgive her that I could actually understand the love she had for me. You see, because before, when I was angry, all I could see was all these negative things she was doing towards me. But then when I realized, no, I'm going to forgive her, now I'm remembering all the nice things she had done for me all through the years. So I could see all the love she had for me, and so all my hatred, actually, it changed into gratitude. And I could actually tell her, thank you for taking care of me. Something that I could not have done if I had remained angry, you know, towards her. You see how things work, eh? It's just one thought come to your mind, and you just listen to this voice, and then everything changes in your mind. So, you see, your mind can be so full of darkness because of the hatred and the anger, and then because of love and forgiveness, then that darkness turns into light. and you can just begin to live again. So it was like my life was taking a new turn, you know. So I felt like I was being born one more time, you know. So, and it felt so wonderful just to be like a new person in that sense, you know. And you know, and sometimes I could cry for a couple hours, very hard, but then my joy was almost I could not contain it. You know, it's like it looks like my smile and my tears were at the same intensity. You know, so something that I had never experienced such a joy in my life, and neither I had experienced such pain at the same time. You know, but I didn't mind it because as long as you know I could manage it, you know. So it was okay for me because I had to go through a process. It was like a process I had to go through, you know, at that time. This is incredible. There is magic in life. I'm telling you this right now, you know. It's like, if I tell you how my life has changed, you wouldn't believe it, you know, unless you really actually meet me in person, and then you see that everything I'm telling you is not just a story. It's my real life, you know. So I changed my behavior, you know. I changed my way of thinking. So, and you know, I'm been able to do things that I don't think it would be possible, you know. You see, because you have to understand that I had a very low self-esteem of myself, you know. I didn't really believe that I could do those things. Partially it's because when I was married, my wife would do everything for me. It's like when I could not do something, she would do it for me. So she would take care of these practical things. I was spoiled in a way, but also I was also put down in a way, and I think that was part of her problems she had. And I don't blame her because, you know, I did things to her and she did things to me, but she was telling me all the time, yeah, that if I do something I will break it and I was good for nothing. She made me understood that I could not do things in a good way. I will always damage things. So I didn't believe in myself, partly because of her attitude towards me. But then when I was alone, I had kind of try to see if it was true or not. And it was a lie, you know, what she told about me wasn't real. Because now I have a company, I make wonderful jobs, I wrote 15 books, I give a seminar, workshops, I do all these things that, you know, I never thought it would be possible. But you see, it's like we can do amazing things, you know. So don't listen to what people tell you. You know, if they tell you no good, you know, maybe because they're not good, you know. But you are good and you can do some good, you know. With God's help, of course. You don't have to be alone. God can help you. He will transform you. He will give you wisdom. And He will give you the willpower to do things. Yes. Yeah? Thank you. Lots of love to you and lots of power to you, my friend. I love you. Thank you. Wow.